room for the exit plan? Can we make room for the exit plan? Exit, yeah.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Keiz Ali. You got a lot that into on the way out with Keiz Ali. And today, man, I got two guys. Now, this term "slip on" gets thrown around a lot, but y'all motherfuckers finna wake up today because I got Chubby Senxei and Masuta on the stream with me. And I'm gonna be honest with you, both of them have dope music. Masuta makes dope beats. Excuse me. Chubby Senxei, man, this whole anime thing, this whole magnet thing. We did an interview a couple months back, so I got to dive into him. But you motherfuckers need to know who they are because you need to get on these collabs. You need to get on these beats. You need to book them on y'all shows. I'm gonna hush up for them and let them introduce themselves. Start with Masuta, man. Tell the people who the fuck you are, man.
Oh man, beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, like the man said, you know, my name is Masuta. Took that name, I named myself. Self-made from the bottom to the top, man. Life experiences mold everything. Masuta means master, so you know the whole quest in life is to become the master of everything, but never forget that you're always a student, because if you think that you know everything, then you become stagnant. When you become stagnant, you become old. So this shit is forever.
Look at that.
Off top.
Ooh,
but
shit.
You know, socials, Masuta.wave on Instagram, Masuta1019 on Twitter. I get more active on Twitter because I can express my thoughts a lot better that way. I'm not really a pictures person. I'm more so a thoughts person, big idea person. You know, most recent project, You Hate to See It, got that in just a standard rapping edition. Then I got that in the instrumental format. It's a lot more on the way, but we'll get into that a little bit later.
Yes, sir. And the other side of me, we got the master and we got the sensei, Chubby Senxei. Tell them who you are, man. Tell them where you're from, man.
You already know, from big old Abbeville all the way from up the road, man. Big Chubby Senxei, man. The greatest rapper you probably ain't heard, but we're going to change that here real soon. Real soon, man. Chubby Senxei on all platforms, man. If you ain't heard it, you need to go hop on that trap manga right now, man. It's a classic. I'm telling you, it's pressure. Go peep that, man. You know, my name Chubby Senxei really just comes from, you know, my mantra, my aura I try to carry, man. I try to be a teacher that teaches from what I learn from others. You know what I mean? Like I feed off of the energy and the wisdom I get from others, and I just reflect it, man. And that's just what I'm about. I'm all about, you know, all us growing together and totem, you know, moving up together.
Gotcha. Now, for the people that don't know who you are, man, what could you guys describe your sound, who you're similar to, who you picture in the mind, who you put people in the mind of?
Well, for me, people who influence me a lot are like Big Crit, J. Cole. If you like to listen to some lyrical stuff, man, with some smooth beats and some, you know, just some creative punchlines and stuff like that, man, I'm your guy, man. I'm telling you, like, I'm just a pop culture encyclopedia, man. I got
what's some of the records that you plug into
together. That's what I pride myself on, man, and that's what I'm all about. So if you like boogie, West Side Boogie, mainly, you know, I mean, Mick Jenkins, Isaiah, you know what I'm saying? If you like the boom bap, if you're a fan of the old school boom bap with some lo-fi hip hop, I'm your guy.
What's some of the records I need to check out from you that can add to the playlist?
Oh man, Jutsu, definitely. Jutsu, Slide if you're trying to get turned, you know what I'm saying? If you want some ratchet stuff, definitely, man. No Waifus is a smash.
That's the one.
Smash. Man, Eisen slayed it, bro. You got to check it out. Like I said, all of those are available on Trap Manga. Go download that today. And the Warriors Rising on the way, but we're gonna talk about that.
We're gonna talk about that. Masuta.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I wanna say who you sound like, but I'm gonna let you have the stage.
Oh man, because I know everybody has a different idea of what I draw from when I create, because what I create, you can't really box me too much.
Correct.
And I think that's one of the things that makes it harder for people to understand what's going on. But if I had to tell you what people tell me I sound like, you'll probably get you'll get your Kanye, you'll get your Pharrell, you'll get even 3-6, you'll get your Timbaland. You might even get like somebody referencing like something like The Dream when I do my smoother stuff, because those are the things that I draw from. And also the biggest one, Kid Cudi, if I didn't say that already, because everybody always says like, yo, this sounds like some old Cudi. Yep. So yeah, that's what they draw me closer to. But like, I guess like for like a song, like just to add on and just listen to,
yeah,
I'd say we go Freak Me, I don't know why that one's so big to everybody, but it is. David Ruff.
David Ruff,
That's one of the ones you caught me off of, Mr. Keiz. That's one you caught me off of. And one that I feel like is kind of slept is Old Head.
I like. You forgot Nah Ain't Working. Nah Ain't Working, my shit.
Everybody people like that one too, but I feel like Old Head is very slept on because of what that one is. It's more of a slower tempo than the other ones that I mentioned.
Now, we throwing around slept on, man. Starting with Chubby Senxei, man. Why do you feel like you're slept on as an artist, man? Is it coming from Abbeville? Is it your type of flow, your type of music? Talk to me, man.
Man, well, I mean, every artist who is there, I think, is at the level that I'm at or around it. You know, we all feel like we're slept on, you know, to some degree. You know, everybody wants to be a star, you know what I mean, at the end of the day. But I think what it really boils down to is if you're being honest with yourself about if you're really doing everything you can do to get yourself out there. And if you really look yourself in the mirror and be 100, a lot of people might not be able to really say with confidence that they are doing 100% of what they can do to get themselves out there. And, you know, man, you know, but it's partly due to my market. You know, I just feel like the South Carolina music market is like, I think it's kind of oversaturated with a lot of different, you know what I mean? Like, you really got to dig to find different types of music. You know what I mean? Like, all the big artists that you think of from this area kind of, well, the ones that got the most commercial success, they all kind of sound similar. You know what I mean? Like, that's just something that we gotta. But it's the job of the artist to break through. You got to be seen. You got to make yourself. You can't let people ignore you. You know, if they try, you got to just keep coming harder and harder each time.
Gotcha, Masuta. What's your thoughts on that question, man?
Pretty kind of similar in the aspect of like what like the market is and what people are looking for right now in general, where a lot of things kind of fit into like the same lanes where you have so many people, but their sound is so similar where it seems like they're kind of merging lanes together, but it's not creating anything like new sonically, so it doesn't like intrigue anybody to go outside of that lane. But as far as like myself, because I bear the title of producer, rapper, even go as far as director, creative director, and mixing engineer. So when most people look for me, they looking for me for beats. So when they find out that I do all the raps and everything, they're like, wait, what did you rap and everything? But it's like I do the shows, and then like I do the shows, I tear the shows down. Then everybody's like, yo, this is great. But then at the end of the day, it's like they all just kind of forget what they
also
just
at the end of the day, we're like, well, you ain't putting nothing out since 2019.
Oh yeah, factuals. But
like,
see,
what's up with that, man? Like,
you
give us 6 tracks that we vibe to.
I give you 6, and I do my thing. I'm a hip hop historian, like self-proclaimed. Like when I was in middle school, after school, I be failing classes, but I know exactly what day a Busta Rhymes album came out in 1998. Like I know like how many years was in between all of these projects, and I would look at how good every single project was and how much time it took them to do that. And so when I look at how the game moves current day, I understand like everything is like a microwave. So it's like you'll get a project from somebody that you know, or somebody down the block, or somebody that you know of from like catching them on a playlist somewhere. And then next thing you know, the album's already there. The album's there before you know it. But then the album fades away and then you never listen to it again. So my whole thing has always been like, I have to have quality before quantity. I need to make sure that this is top notch and that this represents where I am at life at that point before I release it, because I don't want to put something out there and I'm not in that space anymore. So that's why everything I crafted like everything's like a baby. So it's like you hate to see it. That's one of my babies right there. And just for the fact of me not dropping for like 2 years and people still hit me up about those songs versus like someone who might drop a song every 3-6 months or every 2 weeks, because some people, they say, oh, well, you're not putting out any music, so that means you don't make music. And it's like, no, I'm literally in the lab right now, like cooking up some shit that's 10 times harder than whatever the fuck you got going on. Because the whole goal as an artist, when you're really into the art, is to shift it forward, not to follow the trend, but to create the new trend so that you can create a new wave and help some other people get out and express themselves as best as they can as well.
Well, the name of the game these days is put it out. Like a lot of people would say, stop holding your music, put your music out, let people be heard. Chubby, are you more of the guy? Are you going along the lines as well of quality over quantity?
Yeah, I feel like you got to really pour into your work, man. I feel like you have to take your time, and like my man said, you got to really reflect on what you're going through at the time. That's the only way it's gonna really come off as authentic and it's gonna stick with people. I think that's what makes music timeless for real.
But the way
It's
the
just
algorithm,
like, I feel like.
go ahead.
Say what now?
Go ahead. I'll let you go ahead.
Oh well, I mean, but at the same time, like frequency is something that's important nowadays too. You know what I mean? Because I just, it just seems like the attention span of the general audience overall is just getting shorter and shorter. And you just got to be in people's face all the time. But I feel like if you really put the necessary effort and the necessary energy into your projects, like people really feel it, and then like they don't really get tired of it. They never get tired of it.
You're right. I love your project. So your project is a perfect example of that. But my thing is, like, we need music. We as a consumer, me as being a fan, like Masuta, I follow you on Twitter, and I love the Twitter character of Masuta.
It's not even a character. That's the man.
I mean, what I mean by that is, like, from a fan's point of view, it's like I follow this artist, this producer, Masuta, and I love what he tweets. But can he tweet a link so I can hear a song? Like, that's man. Your fans don't. I mean, I'm pretty sure your fans hit you up, but that's how I am as a fan. Like, I get it. Like, when you want to put all yourself into your music, but it's like, damn, I didn't play this project like 1,000 times. Like, can I get a Lucy? Can I get some?
Yeah, nah. I like when I was promoting the show I did in Greenville back about a month ago for Harvest Fest. Like when I posted the flyer and everything, I put a Lucy behind it. Like, that's usually how I'm gonna keep doing it as I go forward, because I know the type of artist that I am, where it's like I really be crafting everything. So it's like, all right, I got this event coming up. Here goes a little Lucy right here. And then like I keep it moving. But like I say, like when it comes time for like anything to come about, like usually I get the messages and they're like, hey, when's the music coming on? I might catch somebody outside, like whether I'm out here, like, because I'm like currently stationed in Atlanta right now, but I always come back home. I'm always back and forth. So whether I'm here or there, all the people that I know about me is just like, hey, when you dropping again? Hey, I really love Freaknik, man. Like, me and my girl love that song. And then it's just like, okay, well, hold on a second, I got you. And I might take somebody's number and send it straight to them. So it creates that little bond right there, because those bonds are what, I don't know, I just value them a lot.
Do you guys feel like because I asked you both before we came on camera, do you feel slept on? And you both had, the same answer, different explanations, but the same answer was yes. Do you feel like that sleeping is coming from not being as consistent as other artists are being? I understand it's quality over quantity, but there's artists that put out music on a monthly basis or a bi-weekly basis. They're still giving us good shit. So do you think that may play a role into why people aren't staying on your music?
Yeah, I feel like that could play a role into like something being pushed to like the wayside in some senses, because I know that most of the people that consume in some like form, like they might be like more of a visual person, so they gotta see the person. So it's just kind of like, I don't post like a lot of pictures. If I post anything, I'm probably either gonna send some words, or I might post that I'm like what I'm working on, like the silence on it. So it's just kind of like, like that could easily play into it.
Gotcha. Chubby, you was finna say something as well, sir?
Well, I was just saying, no, I do feel like, that plays a factor. It definitely does. Because like I said, man, it's just you can't help how the times are going. You got to stay hard and stay consistent and stay frequent, and I definitely understand that. And that's something that I'm definitely gonna work on moving forward, to be honest. But I mean, something that, life happens too. You know what I mean? Like, people go through ups and downs. You have your mental battles that you go through and stuff like that, man. You never know what's going on with somebody. Artists might fall completely all the way off, and they want to create, they want to put stuff out, but just life won't let them at the time. There's things like that too.
I understand. Chubby, man, let's talk about 2021, man. What was the number one moment of your year so far? We at the end of the year. It's about time for all the wrap ups. What was your number one moment so far this year? As an artist,
my number one moment. I don't really think I have like a definite moment. I just feel like the relationships I created this year from performing a lot more often this year than I ever have. I made a lot of real strong connections and built some like really good relationships. I got some dope features on the album, man. It's gonna be dope, man. Like, I don't know, like I feel like I grew a lot this year, and I know I didn't put out music like I was wanting to, like I was planning on saying I would. But I mean,
I'm just saying. Album cover been up for like 3 months.
Man,
I feel like,
man. And like I said, moving forward, it's definitely you're gonna see a much more aggressive effort in that regard.
Now, you said collabs on the album. You said you did shows this year. So I'm gonna take you back to a moment. You did a show at the practice pad. There was a picture that was posted. It was Shyland, Hero, and yourself. And I know Hero and Shyland a little behind the scenes, super friends. Title was thrown around, but
hey,
what's up? What's up?
When I tell you your boy is with it, your boy is with it.
So it ain't on you. So I need to holler at them too.
Have been talks. There's that, yeah. There's definitely been talks, and we just, it's just we are 3 separate artists, and guys got things that's in the works already. Whether it's pre-production or whether they got projects that they pushing at the time and stuff. It's just got to be right timing wise. You know what I mean? Everybody just got to dedicate time and make it happen. You know what I mean? But it's definitely. Yeah, it's
going to happen.
Just be patient. It's gonna be fine.
It's going to happen, right?
Hero and Shyland are both amazing artists. It's gonna be dope. Trust.
Okay,
it's gonna be worth the wait. I can guarantee you that.
I hope so, man. Because we waiting. We also waiting for Warriors Rising. I mean,
Listen, man. Listen. I mean, I've had a few production hiccups on the side of that band. I had some, had some situations where I lost some files. I had all kind of stuff going on, man. It was just, I dropped the ball, man. But we back on track. We ready. And since I like you so much, I'm going to go ahead and see it here first, man. Christmas Eve.
Project or just a record?
Project.
Swear for Lord,
Christmas
for real?
Eve, Warriors Rising. Christmas Eve is in there. It's locked in. We ready.
I definitely can't wait for that. Masuta, I ain't gonna leave you alone, man. I had to get on him for a second because he posts covers.
Yeah, you told me he posted the cover art, man.
Right,
yeah.
Right. You're definitely right.
And it's like
right. That's on me. I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna make it up to you. I promise.
I appreciate that, man. Now, when you said you had lost some files and you was dealing with production, now Masuta, you being a producer, man. I'm not gonna lie. I used to rap a very, very, very long time ago.
I've heard of it.
I rapped when people was wearing Hollister and AE, and stuff like that.
The chokers.
I had a seashell necklace. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna flex.
You was an island boy.
But island boy. Back then, we was going on SoundClick. We was going on YouTube, and I'm not gonna lie, we was stealing beats off the web.
Hell yeah! Talk about it. Yeah.
These days, man, as a producer, how are you making those connections outside of like the YouTube and the SoundClick?
Man, a lot of my connections really come from like how you say like you're a fan of like following me on Twitter. Like most of the times when I get something off to somebody, like they're not even like someone that you consider like local. They might be someone all the way in the UK. Like I done got some stuff out to like some dudes in the UK, got some to my dogs over in Houston, some to my dogs in Cali, some to my dogs back in Dayton, Ohio. So really like that's my main way of like getting my stuff out. And really like when I do like shows and everything back home or when I'm outside here where I'm at currently, I'm just talking. We talk music, we talk sounds, we talk emotions. Then we get into the nitty-gritty. It's like, all right, exchange information. Then we lock it in, tell them, hey, stop by the house. We're going to knock this out in person because it's a different energy when you knock it out in person versus when you just send it over. Because in some cases, I have to send it over because of locations. But in some cases, it's like, all right, if you can get down here, then we're going to knock this out. So it's just like, that's what is kind of like a stall in a lot of things because it's like getting everybody into like the right mental space to like let them fully express themselves over like the things that I'm trying to like provide to them. And, it's easier when you don't have to pretty much talk like prices off the top or like try to break anybody's head with the price more so than having like that bond with somebody. So, how they feeling, what they going for. So it makes everything a little bit more genuine and it's easier to sell it that way.
Now both of you guys are into like the animes and I don't want to say cartoon, but like animes, DC, Marvel. When it comes to sounds for beats, do you like watch movies and be like, that's a dope ass sound? Like, how does that work as a producer? I'm just curious to know.
I play some Zelda. I ain't gonna lie. I play some Zelda. Like I play Zelda, Final Fantasy. I might even like hear like a random noise when I'm playing like Fortnite with the guys or something strange like that. Like just a sound from like something like something like that. I just take it.
So like you playing the game and you like screen record and grab, like how do you get the sound? Like how do you get?
You just hit the net. You can hit Reddit and get anything. Reddit with the drum kits, drum like what is it? Reddit.com/drum kits or something like that. You hit that, gold mine. Everything is there.
So the internet really helping you out along the way.
The internet is everyone's friend. Like I truly encourage that. The internet is everyone's friend, like past just like a local standpoint or anything. Like if you need any resource, like just hit the internet, talk to somebody. Like literally, I got like different programs that cost like thousands of dollars just from having like a 5-minute conversation.
Gotcha. Now, let me ask you this question. Okay, how do you guys feel about, artists, rappers? We're not talking about singers, but rappers that have people write for them. Like, what's your standing on those type of things? Like rappers is going out here rapping about cars, clothes, chains, whatever, but they're not actually penning the lyrics. Like, where do you stand on that, Chubby?
Does
it matter?
Honestly, I mean, I've been in a room with a bunch of, with creative people, and we're just bouncing ideas off each other, vibing and stuff like that. And I don't feel like nothing's wrong with necessarily taking contribution to the song, you know what I mean? As long as we're all here in this space at this one time and we're all putting our heads together to make an idea come to life. But me straight up writing the whole 16, the hook, all that, and then you just putting your voice on it. Yeah, I mean, like, it's kind of like nothing's worse to me. Well, I ain't gonna say it's like really a bad thing, but like it's been plenty of times where I've heard a song from an artist I like and it's amazing, and then I find out this person wrote it who I've never heard of, you know what I mean? Like it just, I mean, it kind of takes away from it a little bit, but I mean, honestly, it just all depends, man, because not everybody really cares. I honestly feel like at this point, people don't really care as much as, people who really dive into it and put the whole hearts into it. Like we feel some type of way about it because it's like, I'm doing all of this. I'm making it be something right, and I'm promoting, I'm doing all of this. Like, yeah, like you feel some type of way about it, but it's just like some people who just, like you were saying, like people who put out music real frequently. I feel like some of those big time artists have a lot of writers that help them, and that's how they're able to keep up that level of production because they just got so many people pouring into them. So I mean, I don't know, it just all depends.
Would you write for other people? Would you write for other singers, rappers, and things? Like if somebody came to you and said, could you ghost write for me? Is that something that you open up to, or you like, nah, I'm not really?
I would. I honestly would, because I don't feel like that would take anything. I don't feel like that would take anything from me, honestly. I just don't. I mean, because a lot of rappers I know and love write songs for a lot of people. So it's just like, I don't really feel like that's nothing bad. I don't feel like that makes
the reason why I'm asking is because Masuta makes beats and you write songs, and I'm trying to be a rapper next year. So
yeah, don't even count me out of writing. Like that's the one thing about me, man. Like
hey, we're gonna have you turned, I promise.
Yeah, because like
I promise.
Yeah, because I feel similar about like people getting like everything written by somebody else, but even still, like when it comes to like artists that have been around for years, I understand they probably feel like they already blew their tank. So they're just like, all right, get this dude to write it, or they might have an idea that they can't present. Like one of my favorite artists is The Dream. So it's like he gives songs to everybody, but he gives them like in a certain like sequence. So it's just like, okay, I don't really have a problem with nobody else like writing nobody else's stuff. But when it comes down to like when you get to just like straight rap, that's when I start to look at some people kind of funny, depending on who it is. Because it's like if someone look at you like this real like hardcore spitter, or somebody always bigging somebody up saying, oh, this is the best rapper out, and then it's just like, what do you mean? Like that dude over there just wrote that. And it's like when me as a rapper, outside of me just being a producer, I write every last line. So it's like, okay, if someone's saying that this dude better than me, but he don't write nothing that he talking about, he ain't live nothing that he talk about because he ain't write that, that's gonna X that out to me. It's automatically like disqualified in my mind.
I see what you're saying. Now, when it comes to being a producer, I've read stories and heard stories online where people like maybe like a Dr. Dre or Dream, they'll have a team of producers that make the beats, and then they'll just stamp their name on it. Or would you be a part of a team like that?
I mean, I've tried to be parts of teams, and then things just kind of fall apart because in some cases, like I guess like there's no like clear like leader of anything, like anybody to like wrangle everybody in, because when you're working with producers, writers, rappers, like it's always like this big ego fest. And it's like you try to tell people like, hey, you got to drop the ego so we can create something together. Because like I'll have like times in my life where there'll be like somebody that I made beats with. None of those beats actually got to see the light of day, but it's just like I'll sit down with them and it's like, this isn't a Masuta beat right here. Like this is me and you right here. This is what we create when we're like linked up. And it's like, I know when it's a bigger team, a lot of egos, but I would still be down to do that, just depending on who it is. Like if I know that they're like a humble person, they understand humility and understand that everybody has like a contribution to what's going on, then I'm with it.
Got you. Now, speaking of, working with people, are you open to collabing and doing full projects and things like that?
Oh man, yeah, I've been in the works on that for like the past like couple years. Like even in my silence, as far as like putting out music, it's always constantly creating because I'm also a rapper myself. So it's like I'm doing the things for myself right here, but it's like I got like my guys like Da Vinci on my side. Like I'm working with him heavily every day. I coordinate with him. We got a couple things that are doing really well right now that we're working on. I'm really excited for those to come and see the light. As far as like a lot of other people, there's so many people I want to work with. I want to do this thing next year where I run and do a run similar to like how Currency might link with somebody like Harry Fraud, or like next week he might link with somebody like Cardo, something like that. And then you might get a tape with Harry Fraud like 2 months down the line. Like I want to do that, but in a sense of I'm the producer in most cases, and sometimes I rap. That's what I want to do. So I've been planning that out. Like I got this one with Da Vinci and an artist I will not name at this very moment because that's gonna be the special kick to that shit. I really want to work with Mr. Shyland. I've been coordinating with him. I sent him a couple things off a couple weeks ago. We had like a whole meeting about everything, just trying to see where we want to go sonically, because I know we both want to take it to a different place that it's not being taken to really. So we're working on that. I really want to get something in with my man's Nip G. Me and him been coordinating on that as well. And it's a couple guys that are unheard of at this moment, but when they come, trust me, like people gonna remember them when we do that.
So we got Da Vinci, Nip G, and Shyland.
Those my top 3 right now.
And they all coming out in 2022, right? Right, cool.
That's what we aiming for. That's what we aiming for.
I'm gonna hold you to that shit.
Like, I'm gonna hold myself to it.
I'm gonna tweet you.
I'll hold myself to it.
I owe you a 6-pack of water too, man.
What?
I owe you that water because it was your birthday and you said you didn't drink, and I was like, shit. You said you drink the liquid death water.
Oh hell yeah!
And then you had the show in the city.
Yeah, nah, I got one right here.
You had the show in the city, and I was like, shit, I gotta get over there. I run the Fresh Market, they didn't have it. I ran somewhere else, they didn't have it. I was like, where the fuck is this water at?
Publix.
Publix by Greenville Tech did not have it.
I see. They laughed.
I was going up and down. I was like, shit, man. Then I missed the set. So I was like, okay, I owe this man water. Like I owe this man a 6-pack of liquid death.
I'm not saying you can only get liquid death in 12s, I think.
Oh man, well, you know what? You got a 12-pack on the way. Chubby, you posted your Spotify wrap up the other day, man. A lot of people posted theirs. I posted one making fun of shit because I seen people having 1 million fucking streams but didn't put a whole record out in like 2 years. So I was laughing with my friends and I made my own little Spotify thing, and I think I had 864,000 streams and all kind of stupid shit.
Wait,
like that.
Going crazy.
It wasn't real. That was not real. I said in my group chat, and we were just looking at people's numbers, and I'm in a group chat, a lot of people that do like podcasts and shit like that. So we were looking at the different numbers, like this shit makes no sense. So I was like, yo, people believe anything, so I'm finna make one. So I sat here and I made me one real quick, and I put like 864,000 streams, 803 listens, 843 hours in one country. And I was like, I'm finna upload this shit. Upload it.
No, I saw that. I didn't pay no attention to the country. I saw the numbers. I was like, man,
I didn't know
killing this shit. God damn.
I'm not a rapper. Like, I don't do music. It was just like I was getting irritated with the amount of like fake numbers I was seeing. Like,
so you figured that a lot of numbers were fake when you looked at them.
Yeah, because the thing about Spotify, and I don't have Spotify. Again, I was in my group chat having these conversations, and a buddy of mine was showing, like, on Spotify, it shows like monthly listeners and how many streams a song has. He was like, yo, these numbers just don't fucking add up. So I just made it into a big ass joke and made my own.
Also,
But
he exposed them.
he wanted to post it. He just left it alone. He's like, we're gonna let niggas be niggas, because and that's why I just posted mine and laughed about it and kept going. But Chubby, you posted yours as well, man. And you said you didn't have really a highlight of 2021. You're focusing on the future, focusing on 2022. But with the amount of work that you put in so far this year, does that equal the amount of streams that was presented by Spotify to you?
To be honest, man, I mean, yeah. I mean, honestly, because like it's been a while since I dropped something. So it's just, I mean, I think it would be weird for me to expect to be going crazy when I'm not really doing crazy heavy promo like that. I haven't dropped a project. I just dropped one song and it's like a freestyle intro kind of vibe. So it's just, I mean, yeah, I mean, I wasn't disappointed. I definitely wasn't disappointed. I definitely appreciate everybody who rocked with me and kept playing it all that year because I didn't give them nothing. The fact that they were still playing it, I'm very appreciative and grateful for that. But I definitely, it's all up from here. I can say that. I definitely want to outdo that, definitely. But I mean, yeah. And then like you were saying, man, how like some of the numbers are inflated.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I mean, I saw some artists that I felt like had a much bigger following than me, or at least how it seemed from looking from the optics of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I see their plays and their plays were lower than mine. So I'm just like, I don't really know how to take it. But it just, at the end of the day, like this year, I've really tried to separate my mind from the keeping the stats and the numbers and worrying about like comparing myself to anybody, because the moment you compare yourself to somebody, man, you won't be able to really be true to yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's like you compete with yourself and you compete with these people, and you need to be authentic and real and just not worry about how it's gonna come across, because if you're worried about numbers, you might switch your whole sound around just to try to keep up with the wave.
Yeah.
And then if you don't got the complete package to go with that, it's not going to go anywhere, man. I just try to stay in my own head, stay in my own lane, keep doing my thing, keep my head down, stay working, man. It's just,
is that hard to do? Is that hard to do though? Is it hard to like not pay attention to others? Because like Instagram and Twitter, it's just like it's in front of your face. Is it hard?
You got so much data. You got so much data to take in, and it is rough. But at the end of the day, man, like you said, man, you got to think about the fact that a lot of these people who had these crazy numbers bought them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just
stream
like
farms, things of that sort.
You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I don't have a 500K promotion money machine behind me doing, you know what I'm saying? So I can't. I mean, I don't really care, man. Like a lot of my favorite artists, man, ain't even considered super mega stars. Like Big Crit. Big Crit's an amazing artist, but
amazing.
If you ask the general public if they would compare Big Crit to a Drake or a Kendrick or something, everybody would no.
They're gonna tell you only make music about collard greens.
You know what I mean? It just ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Say what?
Say that one more time, Masuta.
They're gonna tell you that he only made music about collard greens when he's really one of the best Southern rappers that we've had in the past decade.
One of the best.
Don't let them fool you.
I'm talking about from top to bottom. One of the best, one of the most consistent. But it's you can't tell people who don't. I feel like people who don't really dive into music, you can't argue with them about music. People who always listen to whatever's the popping artist, the hot artist at the time, like people who always wave riding. I don't even bother debating music with them. Or if they're not creating music, I'm not gonna argue with you about music because
the palette too small. The palette too small.
Yeah,
you can't communicate
consumer,
with me
so
on
it's
this.
Just like I'm not a novice consumer. You ain't really in it like that. So I can't argue with you about my taste. And that's something that's another thing that I tried to focus on this year too, is just doing what I felt like making. You know what I mean? Like, and if I did try to experiment with some different sounds, I tried my best to make it my way. You know what I mean? And not just try to ride off the coattails or whatever somebody else got going on just because it's working for them. It definitely ain't gonna come across to me. I just want to be authentic through and through. I don't want to be copying nobody trying to, that just ain't me, man. And I'd be lying to myself. It just goes against everything I talk about in my music.
Yeah.
I ain't finna be that guy. Yeah. I can't be another one of them. I can't do it.
Before we go, man, you still working on the comic, the comic strip for the character?
Yeah, man. I actually met a CGI artist, man. There's gonna be some crazy stuff, man.
I can't fucking wait.
You gotta wait. Kid.
I can't fucking wait. I'm impatient, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Like, come on, where that.
I'm a fan, bro. Put it out there. Let me buy it. Let me consume it.
I really appreciate it, man. It's coming, dog. It's coming.
Appreciate it. Before we go out of here, Masuta, any last words, brother, man?
Oh man, last words. Shit. Well, I haven't dropped in 2 years.
We know.
Yeah. It's very evident. But trust me when I tell you this this next project is a full length. It's not an EP. It's a full length. You getting at least a 10 piece this time. The music amplified, the message broader range, the lyrics even stronger. Videos. We doing videos this time. Yeah, because of how like I tiptoe the lines of rapper and producer. Sometimes I feel like I don't think I need to be doing a video, but with this one, because of how much I really care about this one, and for everybody that stopped through the house and heard it's gonna be at least 3 videos for this one.
Yes,
at least 3 videos for this one. I had a single that was ready to go. My cover artist was living life. I just dropped them payment on everything, so you probably get some cover at the top of the year. You'll probably catch me sometime maybe March, April.
We waiting.
New piece of work.
We definitely waiting. Chubby, you say Christmas Eve, Santa Claus is coming down with the Warriors rising.
Right on time, baby. I got y'all, man. Like I said, man, you know, I got to make up for it. I got to make it up, man. Are we gonna get any other singles leading up?
Are we gonna get any other singles leading up, or just the album dropping on the 23rd?
Yeah, you're gonna get some. You're gonna get some. I'm lining up some visuals. I'm lining up some visuals right now. So yeah. You're gonna have some eye candy here in between.
Thank you.
Oh, Masuta, man. So we gotta talk, brother.
Yeah,
we do. Oh, let me add one last thing about this artwork, man. Listen, I'm keeping it consistent. We support Black creators. You dig what I'm saying? You hate to see your artwork done by my homie back in Chicago. We back at it again. So we got this off that first go.
Yes, sir.
We got this. I'm the first rap nigga with one of these. I just want to put that out there. I'm gonna pop that shit on these niggas real quick.
That is.
And we not coming to this next one, but best believe you better have some cover art and fucking order the next one. Trust
I cannot. And
you better have some production in order, and you better have your raps together. Cause trust me, when Triple M comes out, we not playing with you.
That's the name of the project, Triple M.
Triple M. It means something, but I'm not gonna say it just yet. I'm
gonna hold you to it. I'm gonna tweet you in like 2 months, 60 days, and be like, nigga, what Triple M?
Where's Triple M? Yeah, start tweeting me. Tell me where's Triple M. My comment section on Instagram. Where's Triple M? I'll give you something.
Well, thank you guys very much. As you both know, man, I support your journeys along the way. I'm gonna continue to buy, to stream, whatever you guys need from me. Please hit me up. Thank you for your time. Thank you guys for watching On the Way Out. We got 2 episodes left, and I'm done with this podcast and shit. But you'll still see my smiling face. Masuta, if you need a video, holler at me.
Oh, for sure.
Jalen 96 Lex came from me, you know.
Oh no, I saw it. It was beautiful.
Fire.
I want to say I DM'd you about it. I can't remember if I did.
I think you did. I appreciate it. But listen, guys, thank you very much. I'll let you get back to it, man. Again, keep fucking going. And please believe I will be on both of your comments and your tweets asking for these projects, especially around Christmas, Chubby. If I don't get a goddamn project, brother.
No Kizzy, I got you, bro. No
Kizzy. Right, stream us on Tidal, man.
Oh yeah, I got Tidal back just the other day, man. Cause I wanted to see my name. Like Tidal shows you your like credits. So I type in my government name and see all the songs I touch. I love that shit. That's just me though.
Hell yeah.
You guys take care, man. Thank you for your time, and we signing out, man. On the Way Out, episode 3 is done. Chubby Senxei Masuta. Make sure you go follow him. Thank you, guys.